Good morning. This is Juriel Matthew Lucero, a student of AMA University, taking BSBA Management Information System, and this is my course project for the subject Data Communications and Networking 1. So, our first topic would be Networking Fundamentals. What is a network? A computer network is a system of two or more connected computing devices such as computers, phones, and printers that can communicate, share resources, and exchange data with each other using physical cables or wireless signals. So, the, there are three components of computer network, and these are the end devices, the intermediary devices, and the network media. So what are these? End devices are devices that send or receive data such as PCs, laptops, and smartphones. And intermediary devices disconnect and direct traffic between the end devices. An example of these are routers, hubs, and switches. So, the network media, on the other hand, these are the physical pathways for the data transmission. So, these are the devices, disconnect and direct the traffic, and this is the physical pathway, the network media. An example of these are fiber optic cables, coppers, and even the wireless connections. Next, network types. There are four network types here. The first one is the local area network. A local area network is the most common type of network. It allows users to connect within a short distance in a common area. Once they connect, users have access to the same resources. For example, you might use LAN when you connect your laptop to the internet at your home and print a document from a printer on the same network. This also applies to your office or in school. You connect to the LAN area network, local area network there, and send your file on the printer that is also connected on that local area network. Next is the wide area network. A wide area network is a communication network that spans a larger geographical area, connecting multiple local area networks and other devices across cities, states, or even countries. Example of one include the internet. The largest and best known example is the internet. A corporate network linking a company's global offices and data centers, and a bank network connecting ATMs and branches across different locations. So, ito na yung, these are, uh, it can connect many devices all over the country or across countries. Next is Metropolitan Area Network, or MAN, is a computer network that covers a city or a large geographical area, connecting multiple local area networks like those in different office buildings. To form a single high-speed network, they use LANs. Larger than LAN but smaller than a wide area network. So, ang metropolitan is in between ng local area network and wide area network. So, a MAN enables efficient data sharing and high-speed communication across its area. And lastly, the client-server network. A client-server network is a network architecture where clients' devices like smartphone or laptops request and receive resources or services from a powerful server computer, which centralize the data storage and management. This model enables shared access to resources such as files, applications, and websites through a central secure location, simplifying the administration. The example of this is the cloud or uh, iCloud or even Google Drive. So that's it. Next is network topologies. Network topology is the way devices and their connections are arranged in a network, encompassing both the physical layout of the component and the logical flow of the data. This arrangement dictates how data travels between devices and affects network performance, scalability, and fault tolerance. So, here are the types of network topologies. Uh, First, bus topology. Bus topology is a network configuration where multiple devices are connected to a single shared communication line or a bus which acts like a backbone for the data transmission. So, it's like this. Uh, isa yung switch nila. So, it's like this. Uh, the picture. Next is star topology. Star topology is a network design where all devices are connected to a single or central hub or switch, forming a star-like shape. Excuse me. So it's like this. These are the end devices, and this is your intermediary devices or device. Next. Ring topology. Ring topology is a network setup where devices are connected in a singular pattern, forming a closed loop with each devices linked to exactly two others to create a continuous pathway for data transmission. So it's like this. End devices, uh, intermediary devices, then end devices again to intermediary device to your end devices again. So it's like that. So it's a loop. Next is the mesh topology. Mesh topology is a network configuration where devices are interconnected to multiple devices, creating a highly redundant and fault-tolerant network with multiple data paths. So, uh, the topology looks like this. So, the end devices is connected to this end device is connected to the node 5, node 4, node 3, and node 2. So, all of them are connected. Next is the hybrid. Hybrid topology is defined as a network topology that combines two or more different network topologies. A hybrid topology can be a combination of bus topology, ring topology, and mesh topology. So it's like this. This is a bus, then a star, then a ring topology. So it combines different kinds of topology. Next, network protocol. Network protocol is a set of agreed upon rules and standards that allow different devices and systems to communicate with each other over a network. The common used protocols are the HTTP, TCP, IP, and multiple protocols. So, HTTP, or the Hypertext Transfer Protocol, is used for transferring data such as web pages between a web server and a web browser. So, next is the TCP, Transmission Control Protocol, is a core internet protocol that enables a reliable connection-oriented link between two devices, breaking a large data into packets and ensuring they are delivered in the correct order and handling the retransmission of any lost or corrupted data. Next is the IP, or the Internetwork Protocol, as a set of rules that enables different computer networks to communicate and exchange data with each other, forming an internetwork. And lastly, the multiple protocol, a system, device, or technology that supports or operates with more than one data exchange protocol, allowing different types of data or network traffic to coexist and be processed efficiently. So, as the name suggests, it's a multiple protocol. So, it can be IP, HTTP, and TCP at the same time. Next is the encapsulation and decapsulation. Network encapsulation is the process of wrapping up or adding header or trailer information to a data as it moves down the layers of network protocol. So, these encapsulate, or it uh, gives a header or a trailer and the data is put between them, and the network decapsulation is the process at the receiving end of the network communications where the headers and the trailers are removed from the data packet as it moves up to the network stack. So uh, this is the process of sending, and this is of the process of receiving. Next is network models. So before we discuss network models, uh, let's discuss protocol and reference models. So a protocol model is a conceptual framework that organizes a set of rules or protocols into layers to manage communications between devices. And a reference model give a conceptual framework that standardize the communication between heterogeneous networks. So this uh, that's the reference model. Okay. Network models are standardized conceptual frameworks such as OSI model and the TCP IP model. Uh, this defines the rules and networks for data communication in a computer network. These models break down the complex process of data transmissions into distinct layers, with each layer responsible for a specific task, like physical data transfer or logical addressing, and using protocols to ensure devices can communicate effectively. So, here is the OSI model. OSI stands for Open System Interconnection. It consists of 7 layers, as we can see, and each layers perform a particular network function. For example, the physical layer or the first layer transmit raw bit stream of over the physical medium. Next is the data link layer, defines the format of the data on the network. Next is the network layer, decides which physical path the data will take. For transport layer, it transmits the data using transmission protocols including TCP and UDP. Fifth, session layer maintains the connection and is responsible for controlling ports and session. Six, presentation layer ensures that the data is usable format and is where the data encryption occurs. So, dito siya ni-encrypt. Next is the application layer. Human-computer interaction layer where applications can access the network services. So, that's the 7 layers of the OSI model. OSI model divides the whole task into 7. Oh, that's it. As we discussed that uh, the layers uh, takes one task. Next is the TCP/IP model. TCP/IP stands for Transmission Control Protocol and Internet Protocol. TCP is a 4-layer networking framework that standardizes how data is transmitted across the internet and other networks, enabling reliable communications between different devices. And it is developed by the US Department of Defense. It breaks down data into packets for efficient routing and reassembly. It's practical. It is practical. Excuse me. Protocol-based designs makes it the foundation for the modern internet. So, here are the 4 layers of the uh, TCP/IP model. First is the network access. The network access adds the destination, sends data between applications over the network, and handles the physical infrastructure. Next is the internet. Sends packet and ensures that the packets are sent accurately routes data to the correct network. And next is the transport. Establish an error-free data connection, splits the data into smaller packets, obtains acknowledgement of the reception of the packets. And lastly is the application layer. Generates the data and requests the connection. So that's TCP/IP model. The main difference is that the OSI model is a theoretical 7-layer framework for understanding network communication, while TCP/IP model is a 4-layer practical model that is actually used on the internet. So, OSI model is a theoretical uh, is a theoretical, while TCP is actually used on the internet. So the OSI model is a theory, while the TCP is an uh, actual model. So key distinction between the OSI protocol dependent nature versus the TCP/IP reliance on specific protocols. TCP consolidation of several OSI layers into fewer layers. So, as we can see a while ago, uh, for example, is the uh, a physical layer, data link layer, and data link layer is the network access. And the internet is the network layer and the transport layer. Right? Sends packets. Yeah. And the transport is session layer and presentation layer. Application is the application layer. So it's like that. Uh, Combining like the top 3 OSI layers into a single application layer in the TCP model's history as the foundation of the internet itself. Okay, let's start the second part of the course project for the subject data communications and networking one. So here are the questions. First one is the prefix length. Prefix length would be, let's look at, what's 224? 128 plus 64 plus 32. It would be 1, 1, 1. So 8 times 3, 24, 25, 26, 27. So 27. Next, 2 is 256 minus 224 is number equals 32. So 32 are the same. So let's add 32 minus 1 equals 63. So this one would be 72.1.95.63. Then number 3 is subnet mask, because that is 25 would be 255.255.255.128 because it's 25. Then number 4 would be 10.10.78.129. Okay. Next, number 5. let's look at number 5. So number 5 is 19284,235,0. So 192 is 128 plus 64. Yeah, that's it. So 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. Next is 84. 84 is 64 plus 16 plus 4. So 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 0. Oh, no, no, no. 1, 0, 0. Next is 235. What is 235? 128 plus 64 plus 32 2 plus 8. Okay. 1, 1, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1, 1. That's it. So 1, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. Right? 4. Then 4. Right. Then 84 is 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 0. Dot 1, 1, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1, 1. Dot 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Next, number 6 is, because it's 0, it would be 192 dot 84 dot 235 dot 255. Okay. Number 7, 192. 192 is 2. So 2 plus 24, 26. Number 8, broadcast network is 256 minus 8, right? 192 64. 64 plus 64 minus 1. So this is 172.99.184.127 or 9. 9 is 205, 36, 22, 56. So 205 is 128 plus 64 1 so 1 plus 8 plus 8 plus 4 plus 1. So this is okay. Next is 36. 36 would be 32 and 4, right? 32 plus 4, 36. Okay. 72 would be 64 and 8. 64 plus 72. Right. So let's just add the 0 to make it not confusing. 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. Okay. 56 would be 32 plus 16 plus 8. So 0, 0, so again 32 plus 16. Yeah. 1, 1, 1, 0, 0, 0. Something like that. So 1, 1, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1. Dot 0, 0, 1, 0, 0, 1, 0, 0. Dot 0, 1, 0, 0, 1, 0, 0, 0. Dot 0, 0, 1, 1, 1, 0, 0, 0. So that's it. Number 10, broadcast network would be 248. 256 minus 248. So it's equal to 8 plus 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 8, 56, 64 minus 1, 63. So 205 dot 36 dot 72 dot 63. Okay, finish.